Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Warzone Only. The second episode, in fact. I've had a haircut. Hey, look at that. It's nice and short. Now, something really weird is going to happen. On the 1st of April, I've got a vlog coming out. And if there's any video that you're going to watch of mine this year, make sure you tune into the channel 5:30 p.m. UK time. On the 1st of April. The most important video you will ever see in your life is coming out then. But I recorded that video literally 1 hour before getting my hair cut. So in this video I've got short hair. In the vlog I'm going to have long hair. And I think I've got short hair in a couple of, or at least one adventure map episode as well. But yeah. It doesn't really matter too much, does it? I just got so excited I had to record it, and I ended up re-recording it a few days early, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I've done a little change, as you can see. What is this? Obviously, I've extended the island, like I said I was going to do, give ourselves a little bit more room. But what's this? What's this magic? Look, there's a line down the middle of the road. Now, this isn't a mod. This isn't no crazy block ad mod. All I've done is I've made my own texture. I've made my own texture. This is actually purple wool. And in the other direction, this is pink wool. So pink, seeing as though I'm not really on this World War II build, I'm unlikely to use pink and purple wool. I decided to just go into Photoshop and change the texture to look like stone with a white line going down the middle. I just changed the contrast of this area here to make it a little bit whiter so it still had that stone texture. If I just made it solid white, it would look a little hiccup. It would look a little bit too bright, so I just changed that section. If you guys don't know how to do that, I'll do a tutorial on it, no problem. I can do a tutorial sometime next month on how to make your own custom texture packs. I can do that very, very easily for you. But anyway, so I done some research into the roads, first off, of World War II, cities and villages. And because a couple of people said, why are you doing lines on the road? They didn't have lines on the road in World War II. They did. Honestly, Google it. Google roads in World War II or 1969 and an era like that. They do. They had a solid white line down either side, and then up the middle. In some places, it was actually just a solid white line up the middle as well to divide the two lanes, or it was like dotted lines. Both of them were about, so we're fine. We're like law friendly, if you like, for that. I also extended the wall all the way across as well. I think that looks sick. And oh yeah, I changed the texture, like I said, of these are nether brick stairs. I changed them to the andesite texture, so now we sort of get that sort of rounded look with andesite instead of those slabs that we were using last episode as well. So very, very happy with that. Now, if you Google World War II buildings, you get some really sick, I'm getting comfy. You get some really sick, broken down World War II buildings. In fact, if I remember, I'll put a picture that I'm going to use for today on screen now. And as you can see on this picture, it's all the fronts all broken down, but the floors are still sort of there. Now, I want to do the same thing with this, with our place, but what I want to do is I actually want to build this building in a 100% fit state, so as if it was brand new. Then what we can do is we can copy the building and we can paste it a couple more times, 3 or 4 times, not so it's too noticeable, but 3 or 4 other times, and then we can break them in different ways. So this is going to be pretty awesome. What we need to do is I want to have some sort of stone, maybe a cobblestone at the bottom. Yeah, cobblestone at the bottom sounds pretty good. And then the next layer up that go around the windows, we probably want some sort of dull looking clay. Maybe this clay, maybe some just normal clay. In fact, I might put the normal clay as the little dividing one through the middle and maybe above the windows. For the roof, we're going to want a sort of darker-ish sort of block. So I'm going to go with dark oak stairs for the top there. And then glass, I'm going to use, for what glass there is, black stained glass as sort of darker. I don't think any of our houses are going to have the doors still left on them, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. So let's do this building just here for the moment. We're going to want, say, this is the little sort of bottom level down here. Yep. And then we're going to want the door to be about here. Yeah, that might even be too long. We're going to want the window. Don't want the window to be on this level. The door's got to be down one. That sort of sucks a little bit, doesn't it? No. No, it won't. It won't suck. Stairs. It won't suck at all. Oh, we'll use these ones. There we go. And then, bang, we get our doorway. Perfect. Yeah, no, that'll work. That'll work. You can get up into there. Okay, then we want window here. I'm going to have just a single high window. Oh, we've gone too high, though, with this stone, haven't we? The stone is meant to be just the bottom level. Then we're going to go to white, or does this clay look better? I think this clay actually looks better. This clay along the bottom with two sort of single windows in there. The third window we're actually going to build, even though on the picture it's broken. And I think that's good. I think that's the width. That's looking good. It's like a sort of thinner house, isn't it? I might put this white clay above the windows, though, just to give us a little bit more colour above it, so it doesn't look quite as dull and boring. I'm going to leave the side for the moment, because I don't exactly know how deep I want it to be yet. But then what we want to have is, how can I do a divide? I would love to have a divide going along. Is there any sort of thin block that we could put in? Obviously, we could go into Photoshop and we could Photoshop our own block, but it wouldn't actually come out at all, would it? It wouldn't actually sort of pop out. Nether brick fence actually could work quite well. Obviously, nether brick fence now has the andesite texture. It's a pretty cool looking fence, but I don't think it works that well. What about a cobblestone wall then? I want to do it on the block up though, don't we really? Oops. Yeah, no, that works. That works in this texture pack. I'm still not a huge fan of this though. I want to do something like that, but I think we've got the wrong colour. I think that white is a little bit too clean, too like modern looking in a way. It's a very sort of modern looking colour, at least in my opinion. So we want another set of load of windows going along here. They had a lot of windows on these little houses, and this is a pretty realistic looking house. I'm pretty sure that this is a like CGI house. I'm pretty sure it's not a real building, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. Okay, so for the roof here, I think we probably don't want it really any taller than that, and then it'll start going down again. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. And there's no windows on the side here, because I'm assuming that these buildings are the type of buildings that would have actually been sort of next to each other, like a row of houses. So there's no windows or anything like that on the side here. It's just normal blocks. Clean wall. Oh, cobblestone along the bottom here. Very important to have a little bit of a foundation block on these kind of houses. Stupid chicken always getting in the way. So I'll put that down. I'm sure I could world edit to make this faster. I've got world edit, and yet I don't choose to use it. Oh well. Okay, so we want this coming along here. We'll break it up at the end. Once we've copied it, we'll then be able to break it up and make it look like it's a little bit more derelict. Let's grab our wand. Copy. From there to here. Yeah, copy here, rotate it 180 degrees, come around the other side, and paste it right here. Boom, there we go. And then I'm pretty sure if I just do set clay, will that be the right clay? Who knows? It is, beautiful. Cobblestone along the bottom there. For the windows in the back, I think we should probably do like slightly less windows, so maybe 2 here. And then not on that one. That's the wrong one. And then maybe 3 here. Yeah, no, that looks about right, doesn't it? That looks about right. So the roof here, in its completed state, it will come along here, like that. Now this isn't quicker with World Edit. It's pretty much the same speed, unfortunately. So we'll stick these down along here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Maybe it would have been quicker. If you don't place any blocks wrong, it isn't quicker. If you place blocks wrong all over the place, it's probably a little bit slower. I'll put these along here. I will get rid of the rain in a minute, I promise. And along there. And then we'll just slab the top, I think. Like that. Where they're clear. Now, I don't know if this works quite well, but I'll try. I'm going to copy it up here. Copy it. Rotate it 180 degrees. Jump over to this side because we've rotated it now. Paste. That seems to do the job. Beautiful. So put these upside down ones on. We'll put the slabs along the top. And boom! We nearly have a completed house. The exterior is completed, but we've still got the interior to do. Obviously, furniture and stuff. There's not really much point. I'm pretty sure that would have been burnt away from the fires and everything else. But we've still got like the floors and the staircase to do on the inside. The bonus of this is that these kind of houses, these sort of estate houses, are all the same on the inside. They all have the same layout in real life. They all have everything exactly the same. It's quite funny. My fiance's mum and dad live in one of these houses, these types of houses, and so does her aunt. And in fact, they only live like a 2-minute walk away from each other. From the outside, their houses look exactly the same. From the inside, if you took all the furniture away, it would be identical. They're exactly the same layout inside the house. It's pretty like cool how it does that. Now, I have noticed that on the floor there's like little sewer grates or something along those lines. If we use stairs, I'm sure we can sort of pull something similar like that off. If we do that and that, see, that's a cool little touch. Some little holes there for water to go down. There's some drains. I don't think it's sewage. I think it's actually drains. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's grab ourselves the glass, black stained glass, and no, I'm gonna do them all completed because then it makes it easier for us to customize it later on. So we'll put these down in all of these. Oops, there, here, and here. Boom! I think that's good. I'm looking at the picture. Oh, chimneys. Chimneys. That one. And there's a chimney on, like, both sides of the building. That's pretty cool. Chimney and chimney. Look at that. What a beautiful little townhouse. That would look wonderful in a little modern-looking city. But now we need to copy it. So, let's go from... I need my wand. I haven't got my wand. Wand with 2 slashes. Wand. We're going to go from here, from that slab, because they're always going to be next to a road anyway. From there, right up to here, like that. Grab that, take this away so it doesn't copy this. And then we're going to come down. I'm going to stand on this corner. I'm going to copy it. And then we can go next door. I might leave a little block gap in between. Do I want to leave a block? No, I'm not going to leave a block. I'm going to go up a little bit at least. And then we're going to paste it here, -A. So it just minuses all the air base. Oh no, we haven't done the interior. Hold on. Hold on. We need to get a floor down at least. We want wooden floors. From here, I might just use oak planks actually. Oak planks would probably better. Replace air with planks. Why does it look so dark in here? Is that really Does the stained glass actually make it look that dark? That's nuts. Oh, and I want above here as well. There to there. Same thing. And then what we want to do is get a staircase in here as well. Probably at the back would work the best. Take that away. No, I should do it up the side where there's no windows. That makes more sense. We do it with these ones. Dark oak. A little bit darker. Will it reach? I think I'm going to have this back a little bit. To get the room. Oh, that's good. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. So we can get up here now. We can get down. As far as the next floor up goes, I might customize that depending on how the building is broken. So, again, from here up to there. Go on to the corners. Copy it. Go up a few blocks. 1,600 blocks in that area. Paste -A to get rid of the air. Oh. Undo. Undo. We need that block to this block. My bad. That one right there. Boop. Come back down here. I'll get it. You forget these little things when you're using World Edit. You just forget these little tiny things, but they're very, very important. Paste. Beautiful. We'll have one here. I don't think I want another one down that road. But maybe if I rotate it 180 degrees, we can now paste it on this side. This is looking really World War II-y, isn't it? I'm really, really loving this at the minute. So there we've got 3 of them. The runway... I've still got my notes here, in fact. I've still got my picture from last episode. That's this way up. So we've got those sort of houses in there. I want a cathedral or church in the middle, a corner shop there, tank there, and then the airport there. So that's... Oops. That's pretty good. And then we'll do some other different design houses, because I don't want them all to be exactly the same. But now, let's blow it up. Now, what would be better to get a more natural-looking explosion hole than some TNT? Who knows how well this is going to work? I don't know. But, we'll use a tool then. We'll use a flint and steel. It doesn't bother me what we use. I don't know if this is going to look good or bad. I'm hoping it's going to give a really natural-looking explosion look. Yeah, that's it. And then I want one right here as well. Oh, it fell onto the floor. Okay, no, that's cool. I don't mind that falling onto the floor. That looks pretty cool, actually. Yeah. So we've blown up that one. And now I want to take out some of the glass in the area. So it's been sort of blown out and shattered. Like that. Maybe an explosion here. I mean, why not? Wow, that took like forever to explode. Holy moly, that was a huge one. But that's still pretty cool. You can still get up here. I want to repair a little bit of this. I don't want it to be completely disintegrated. So I'm gonna do it like that. So it looks like there's a little hole in the floor there. I think this exploded. Clay is pretty weak, as it turns out, and it explodes very, very easily. Now I don't like the amount that it exploded on that one, and I don't like this floor being quite as bust as it is. It worked great on the sides. It just didn't work quite as good on the floor. There we go. That looks better. And then that one. That one. That one there. There. Yeah, okay, that's better. And if I just repair a little bit of this, I actually like that explosion. Yeah, like a chunk missing out the side there. That looks like a tank has shot through it. Okay, so there's one. On the next one, we're going to put a TNT right here. And a TNT right here. That way it doesn't fall down onto the floor below. Boom. And boom. That's a good one. Oh, that's a really good one. Just remove some of these. Like that. Beautiful. on the top here. We're going to put this right on the top of the roof this time. Right there. Let's see what explosion we get first. That's not too much of a big explosion, so I think what we're going to do is we'll put it in the wall then. Right there. And blow out that side. It's going to do a lot of damage because it's clay. Yeah. That's so cool. That's like perfect. So there's some kabloded houses. Now, that isn't it though. That isn't just what you want to do. What you want to do now is where you've got explosions, you want to put some debris on the floor. So it looks like that's where the parts of the building have then landed. So we're going to do some of this around the side. I'm going to start off with just some clay first. And then we'll go around after with some stairs maybe and some things like that. So let's do a sort of larger wall section there. There's not really too much of an explosion on the back, so I'm going to put a couple of blocks there. Same on this one, there's not too much at the back. On this side, there's a huge chunk right here. So we want to put a huge chunk on the floor right here. And I want to rubble it up, so you want to give it a little bit of height as well. Like that. Bang! It looks like it's just come straight out of the side there. There's a little bit on the front here as well. Put some into the floor. And we'll do a little bit there. Okay, now we'll grab some stairs. Stairs just because there was obviously a little bit of cobblestone in the area, but the stairs just give a little bit more shape. Instead of being a full block, the stairs are sort of a little bit more, you know, angled in a way. So just a few of these dotted about, not too many, because there's not too much cobblestone in the build. And try and get them at different directions if you can. Like that. Blocking up some of the road. I don't like them standing next to clay directly though. And then boom! Look at that! We've got some different houses. It would be cool if there was another block that looked quite good. Brick. If we made like one of them brick, would that be good? I'm sure we can do that. From here to here, just as a test. Replace clay with brick. And then we'll probably do the rest by hand, to be honest. Or most of it by hand. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that looks pretty good in brick as well, don't you? I'm not a huge... I tell you what, I'm not a huge fan of the brick texture. I never have been. But we can customize it. We can change it in Photoshop to look better. So for this episode, I am going to leave it as brick. But maybe by next episode, we'll change. I would have changed the bricks in the texture pack to look a little bit more brick-like. I don't think these really look that bricky. They look a little bit... I don't know, they just don't look like bricks. They're the wrong colour. Well, they're the right sort of orange, but they're just the wrong size. Something's wrong with these bricks. They don't look like house bricks that much. But that looks cool, having a brick one there, and then some clay ones. Obviously, we're going to want to replace these with bricks as well. I see I've missed some on the inside. I'll change that up in a minute. So we want to change these to brick. Take that one away. That one. And I'll put one right there. Just because I feel like I want to put one right there. Beautiful. I think that's pretty good. That's all we've got time for this episode, though. But getting 3 houses done is in one episode is very, very good. This is 2 square. Look at that for a square explosion. We'll do that. Just bust a little bit out. Wonderful. Maybe a little bit of the roof as well, actually. Yeah, getting 3 buildings done in one episode is really, really good going. It's a great start to our World War II bomb-stricken place, so I'm very, very pleased. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode.